How to fix RC FPV flight controller not seeing receiver. If you are experiencing issues with your remote control first-person view flight controller not detecting the receiver, you are not alone. Many hobbyists face this challenge. Let's go through some steps to help you troubleshoot this problem effectively. First, check the physical connections between the receiver and the flight controller. Make sure all wires are securely connected. Look for any breaks or loose solder joints. The signal wire from the receiver should connect to the correct receiver pad on the flight controller. This can vary depending on the receiver protocol you are using, such as serial bus or digital spectrum modulation. Next, verify that the receiver is properly bound to your transmitter. Usually, you will need to hold the bind button on the receiver while powering on the drone to enter bind mode. Look for the receiver's light indicator. A steady or flashing light will show whether the binding was successful, depending on the protocol you are using. After checking the physical connections and binding, connect the flight controller to configuration software like Betaflight or QGroundControl. In Betaflight, navigate to the Ports tab. Ensure the universal asynchronous receiver transmitter port connected to the receiver is enabled and set to the correct protocol, such as serial receiver. Also, check the Configuration tab to confirm that the receiver protocol is correctly selected. If you are using Arduino setups, make sure parameters like Serial X protocol and Serial X baud are correctly set to match the output of your receiver. If the receiver is still not recognized, consider resetting the flight controller settings to default. This can help resolve any configuration conflicts that may have occurred. Additionally, check for any firmware compatibility issues between your flight controller, receiver, and transmitter. Finally, test the receiver input in the software's Receiver tab. Move the control sticks and see if any input registers. If no input is detected, despite correct wiring and binding, you may want to test with a different receiver or flight controller. This can help you identify if there is a hardware issue. To summarize, fixing a flight controller that does not see the receiver involves checking wiring and connections, confirming proper binding, and ensuring correct settings in configuration software. Testing individual hardware components can help pinpoint any faults. By following these steps, you can restore communication between your flight controller and receiver, enhancing your overall flying experience.